Welcome back to another video. Today we're here at York. Arriving in now is a LNER Zoomer working a service from Edinburgh to London. 800-103, which gives me suspicion this came from Aberdeen. Next and final point for the service will be London. 800-103 working a service from Aberdeen to London King's Cross. Welcome back to another video here at York. Also arriving in now is a Grand Central Adelante working a service from London King's Cross to Sunderland. 180 whatever it may be. Half to the north. Off it goes towards Sunderland via Hartlepool. Departing now, a dual pair of Trans-Pennine Express 185s working a service from Redcar Central to Manchester Airport. 185-151 with a nice two-tone from the driver there, thank you very much. With 185-139 on the rear. Off he goes, bound for Manchester Airport via Leeds, I believe. Passing through now is a Class 69 going from Hunslet to Oxwell Mains, and arriving in behind is an LNER Zoomer service working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. $69,004. RIDC Melton. Off he goes to Oxwell Mains. And there is our LNER Zoomer bound for London King's Cross. Also arriving in now is 221-134, working a cross-country service to Edinburgh Waverley from, I believe, Plymouth. 220-025 is on the rear. Ben, that's what you needed this morning, a 9-car train. And you get 5. Yeah. 195's on the move. Also departing now is a Northern 195, working a service starting here at York, heading to Blackpool North via Preston. It's a beautiful day today. 195-125, bound for Blackpool North. Next corner point will be Church Fenton, then I believe it's Crossgate, then Leeds. And then it'll go down eventually onto the west coast, and go down via Preston into Blackpool. Off it goes bound for Blackpool North. Arriving in Nash, single Transpennine Express 185, working a service from Manchester, I think Manchester Victoria to Redcar Central via Middlesbrough. 185 134 is the only one going to Redcar. Off he goes, bound for Redcar Central. After shifting platforms, which I still am, arriving in now as a terminating Transpennine Express service from Manchester Piccadilly. Also next to me is an LNER Azuma working a service from Edinburgh Waverley, or from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. .185 150, terminating here at York from Manchester Piccadilly. Arriving in now is a terminating northern train from Leeds via Garforth. We missed a cross-country train and a northern train, but we assume you lot would not mind because it's only northern and cross-country, and hopefully we'll see more of them anyways. Here it is, terminating at York from Leeds via Garforth. Pass through now is a Lumo class 803 working a service from Edinburgh to London King's Cross. 803-004 with a quiet two-tone from the driver there, thank you very much. .803-004 bound for London King's Cross. Next calling point will either be Stevenage or London. Arriving in Nash, 1355 LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Inverness. 800-108. Also, the 1402 LNER Azuma service to London King's Cross is now set up, but he's on the road all ready to leave. Next calling point will be Darlington, then Newcastle, then I believe Berwick, Edinburgh, Haymarket, Falkirk, Cranston, Stirling, then a lot of other Gleneagles, Purpit, Locktree, Kigussie, Abbeymoor, finally Inverness. 800-104 working a service bound for Inverness from London King's Cross. Departing now to 1352 Transpennine Express service from Scarborough to Manchester Victoria, 185-108. Since me and Ben were last here at York, the Scarborough services are now extended towards Manchester, and they used to end here. 185-108 working a service bound for Manchester Victoria from Scarborough. Departing now is a Transpennine Express service working a service signed here at York, heading to Oh You Belong. Working a service to Manchester Piccadilly. Also 800-106 is now arriving in with a service bound for London King's Cross from Edinburgh Waverley, I believe. .185-150 bound for Manchester Piccadilly, starting here at York. Departing now is your 1358 LNER Azuma service from Inverness to London King's Cross. Next and final calling point of the train will be London. 800-106 You Belong. I don't know if a lot of you will know, is the campaign of living against, like, living miserably, and what they do is good. So yeah, I've got 800-106 You Belong bound for London King's Cross from Inverness. Arriving in Nash to single class 158, working a service from Bridlington via Hull, terminating here at York. 158 816. Yep, no, but I saw this morning. Saw this morning at Selby whilst waiting for my train to York. 158 816, terminating here from Bridlington via Hull. Departing now is your 1402 LNER Azuma service starting here at York, heading to London King's Cross at 1215. Calling at Doncaster, Retford, Newark Northgate, Grantham, Peterborough, Stevenage and London King's Cross. Next calling point will be York in, Doncaster in about 20 to 25 minutes time. Interlock door still flashing, so clearly the guard panel has been logged. 801-215 is off, bound for London King's Cross from York, obviously. Arriving in now, well, overhead are 2 Eurofighters, but arriving in now is 185-116 from Manchester Victoria to Scarborough. I legit can't see them anymore. There's 1 Eurofighter somewhere around like that. It was somewhere there. Off he goes back to Scarborough. But yeah, there's 2 Eurofighters going overhead, having fun. Off he goes bound for Scarborough. Departing now is our Transpennine rip-off Evro, working a service from Newcastle to Liverpool Lime Street, 802-212. Next calling point will be Leeds, then potentially Dewsbury, then Huddersfield, then on to Liverpool. Off goes 802-212, bound for Liverpool Lime Street from Newcastle. Departing now is 180-112, working a service from Sunderland to London King's Cross. Next and final calling point will be London King's Cross, unless it has that extra stop at Peterborough, which I doubt it will. Off goes 180-112, bound for London King's Cross from Sunderland. Departing now is 195-110, working a service starting here at York, heading to Leeds via Garforth. Corner Micklefield, East Garforth, Crossgates and Leeds. Off he goes, bound for Leeds via Garforth. Arriving in now is 802-213, the Transpennine Unity one, working a service from Liverpool Lime Street to Newcastle. I think it'll come back. And it's on the back as well, so you'll have an advantage. 802-213, Unity, working service to Newcastle from Liverpool Lime Street. The Gay one. Pass through now is the Gay Lumo 803, working a service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. 803-003, Northern Pride. Sorry. I might do that again. No, I definitely will do that again. Off he goes, bound for Edinburgh Waverley. Also down there is a Northern Turbo Star, which is going to Leeds via Harrogate. And also there is Transpennine, which is going to Manchester Victoria from Scarborough. Arriving in now on our platform is a Northern Class 195, working a service from Blackpool North, 195-117. Imagine this run done by a pacer. It might have been 195-117 doing a run from Blackpool North. And let me know, did pacers used to do these runs, or is it only a 195 thing? Here it is, terminating York. Also departing now is a Transpennine Express 185, or dual pair, working a service from Scarborough to Manchester Victoria. That's the wrong Victoria. There's only one right one. 185-123, as Vic Star would say, I can take your girl in 123. 185-129 is on the rear. Here it is, working a service from Scarborough to Manchester Victoria. Next stop will be Leeds, I believe. Departing now is, very quickly, a Northern 195, working a service sign here at York, heading to Blackpool North. 185-117. Engine. And another engine. Off he goes to Blackpool North. With a nice 210 from the driver there, thank you very much. Arriving in now is 801-216. Working a service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, Newcastle, then Edinburgh Waverley. Also departing shortly should be the Gay Azuma, working a service also from Edinburgh Waverley going to London King's Cross. Off he goes, bound for Edinburgh Waverley. And departing now is the gay 801-226, I think this one is. Working a LNER Azuma service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. 801-226. Next calling point will be Doncaster, then Newark Northgate, not Grantham, Peterborough, and then London King's Cross. At 1226, bound for London King's Cross from Edinburgh Waverley. 220-017, working a service from Plymouth and Cardiff Central to Edinburgh. 221-140 is on the rear of this. Off both they go from Plymouth and Cardiff Central to Edinburgh Waverley. Arriving in now is 185-105. Working a service from Manchester Victoria, I believe, to Redcar Central via Middlesbrough. 185-105 to Redcar Central via Middlesbrough from Manchester Victoria. Arriving in now is yet again another Transpennine Express 185, working a service from Manchester Piccadilly, terminating here at York. 185-122. With a near enough empty train for the most part. 185-122, working a terminating service here at York from Manchester Piccadilly. Departing now is 158-A16 once again, working a service to Bridlington via Hull. It's a 158, of course it isn't. Off he goes to Bridlington via Hull. Departing now is your 1444 cross-country service from Edinburgh to Plymouth, formed of a 4-car 220. 221-001 with a nice two-tone from the driver there, thank you very much. 220-001, working a service to Plymouth from Edinburgh Waverley with a nice two-tone from the driver there, thank you very much. Arriving in now is 155-341, terminating here at York, working a service from Bridlington via Hull, which will then do the 1546 out of here, which will be my train back home. Here he is, terminating at York from Bridlington via Hull. Arriving in now is a terminating class 195 from Leeds via Garther. Ben's lost his receipt and he's now crying. 195020. What's happened, Ben?
My receipt!
Oh no! Whatever are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Here it is, terminating
Out of my
from.
pocket.
You're gonna have to go on the tracks and get it now.
No!
Whilst trying to find Ben's receipt, departing now is a Transpennine Express Class 185, a dual pair of them from Scarborough to Manchester Victoria. 185-133. The one I said from going to Redcar Central actually came from Manchester Airport. 185-143 is on the rear. Off both they go, bound for Manchester Victoria. Arriving in now is 801-222. Two trains for the price of one. Working a LNER Azuma service bound for Edinburgh Waverley from London King's Cross. Also down there is a terminating LNER Azuma service from Newcastle. Got your favourite train on that train? What's that one?
It's a Meridian.
It is a Meridian. Off goes 80122, bound for Edinburgh Waverley from London King's Cross. Arriving in now is 180-106, working a Grand Central service from London King's Cross to Sunderland via Hartlepool. (180-106), working a service bound for Sunderland from London King's Cross. Departing now is a Transpennine Express 185, starting here at York, heading towards Manchester Piccadilly. 185-122, you got lucky. Off he goes, bound for Manchester Piccadilly via Castleford and other destinations there to Manchester Piccadilly. Departing now is 800-109, working an LNER Azuma service from Aberdeen to London King's Cross. Next stop will be London in just under 2 hours' time. (800-109), bound for London King's Cross. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern train service from Blackpool North to terminating here at York, 195-113. Terminating here at York from Blackpool. I think one did make it. Arriving in now is 185-115. Working a service from Manchester Airport, I believe. No, Manchester Victoria to Scarborough.
It's actually coming from Lonchester Airport.
Longchester Isambard. Yep, no, according to Ben, it's coming from Longchester Isambard. But off it goes round for Scarborough from Manchester Victoria. Departing now is 195-020, working service to Leeds via Garforth. I'd love a 195 and train to them. What? Off goes 195-020, bound for Leeds. Well, the sound of some lorries, and arriving in now is a terminating cross-country service from Reading, terminating here at York. 220-031 is leading this cross-country Avanti service. Smell of diesel. I don't like diesel. Although I'm on a diesel-only line. First class. 220-0.
Diesel in the lungs.
220-031, terminating from Reading. Departing now are a dual pair of Transpennine Express 185s, working a service to Manchester Airport from Redcar Central, 185-107. This used to go from Saltburn, but due to the latest timetable change, it got cut short. 185-144, it got cut short and now ends at Redcar Central, but still goes through Middlesbrough. Off it goes, bound for Manchester Airport, for the airport in Manchester. Departing now for our penultimate train of the day is a Northern Trains 195, working a service down here at York, heading to, where's it going, Ben?
Blackpool North.
Blackpool North via where? Preston. 195-113. Blackpool North. Next stop should be Church Fenton. Off he goes, back to Blackpool North for our penultimate train of the day. Arriving in now, I said for our final train of the day, but there's technically two trains. Arriving in now is a cross-country service, I believe, bound for Dundee from Plymouth. Yep, Dundee. 221-135, and arriving in and arriving in now for our final actual train of the day is a LNER Azuma from London King's Cross. want to thank you all very much for watching this video. 801-202. Not too sure where my next video will be from, but if you have enjoyed it here at York, then remember to please leave a like and subscribe. Joining me today was Theme Park Worldwide. No, it's fine. Joining me today was Spottingmix. Good luck finding any content because he doesn't distribute that anymore, and he tends to lose receipts. Jesus. Right, thank you very much for watching this video from me here at York. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Take care and bye.